2 or 3.
1 minute.
Everybody's different. It's good you saved it.
T-I-L-E. That's right.
Friendly.
30 seconds.
Stone cold.
30 seconds.
Yeah, it's kind of, yeah.
That's still off, of course, man.
20 seconds.
Oh.
All right, and stop. Give yourselves a big hand. All right. So now, while we're remaining standing, I'm going to ask us to do something, and then we're going to have some conversation, all right? What I want you all to do is I want you to, I'm going to make this interesting. I want you, without talking, I want you to stand by month and date of birth from January all the way through December in order of beginning of the year. Without talking, no one talking. If you're talking, I'm going to have to ask you to sit down. No talking. So make it happen. Here we go. Seconds. And remember, no talking. You can do whatever you want to do, but you cannot talk. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Now, if we know that we got them all right without talking, thumbs up if you're unsure, middle. If you think we got, no talking, follow instructions. Thumbs up if you know you got them all right. Middle if you're unsure. Down if you feel like we did not get them all correct. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 unsures. And we have 1, 2, 3 that feel like they're correct. So now, all right, so month and day.
December 20th.
December 20th. Now, that's okay, but I want y'all not to make no comments.
March 5th.
February 17th.
May 10th.
July 3rd. July 8th. August 1st.
August 26th.
December.
Okay, so now,
It's okay.
so this is what I want us to process. Let me, because I haven't forgotten about this. Knowledgeable. All right. So now, I always say, when a leader gives instructions, we have to make sure, number one, was he clear? Was he clear? So was the facilitator clear?
Yes.
Was the facilitator clear?
Yes.
Where did I ask us to begin?
From the beginning.
Beginning of year, which was what?
January.
January. So should December be here?
No.
All right. So some kind of way there's a problem in either my communication style or that other individual's hearing style, right? Mm-hmm. Or we did not work well together collaboratively as a team. So somewhere along the line we dropped the ball, right?
Correct.
So now who do we hold accountable for dropping the ball?
Well,
Ourselves.
All right. So let's talk about what happened. We're gonna start with Dr. Spicer.
Well, I have a comment though. We didn't
What?
think we're gonna start left or right as far as the order.
Okay, so now, all right, so I thought I said starting with January here.
You did.
So I could be wrong, and if I'm wrong, I can admit that. And I'll bow down and say, I am so sorry, right? All right, it doesn't take much to be humble, right? So humility is a great key for any leader, I believe.
Correct.
So I'm just asking, by a show of hands, how many of you heard me say we're starting with January here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? So I have to go with the 6, right?
My hearing's not like it.
Okay, I got it, all right. So now still, people learn differently, people hear differently, and so we're not here to put anyone down or to make anyone feel bad, all right? So now, so we started off with, we went from December to March. and then I think I heard February. So even if he did not hear me correctly, how did we get February?
She was in the right spot.
And then she changed. So let's process, one at a time, let's process. By show of hands, what happened? What happened? Because I believe from here on down we got them correctly.
I think they started mixing up the month and day at the beginning of the line.
Well, hang on for a second. I definitely could appreciate that from you, but I want them to speak for themselves.
Oh, okay.
So what happened on this end?
So at first I thought you went by month, and then I thought someone was doing the year. So I was like, oh, I'm older than them, so I moved to here.
All right.
That's exactly right.
So,
And then, because I think after that, the man over here went to the end. I was like, oh, did we go by year?
okay.
Age, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So now, she was unclear
Correct.
about what she needed to do. And so now, what was it like for us to sign language without talking? How difficult it is for some people not to speak when you're doing an exercise.
It wasn't really difficult.
Okay?
We were still using our mouths.
Well, but you said from months of starting here from the month
Month
to the day.
to the day.
Yeah.
So that part was clear. How many of you felt like that was clear? All right? Because if the leader doesn't give clear instruction, I can't expect people to follow me well as well, right? And I will hold myself accountable for that. So now, with that being said, I want to do something else. I want you to state your name. And trust me, I haven't forgotten it. When I'm doing this engaging interactive, I don't forget about anything that I'm doing. You're going to say your first and your last name, and what's your favorite food. Okay? And we're going to start here. And then what you're going, my name is Brandon Spicer. My favorite food is. His name is Brandon Spicer. His favorite food is. My name is, and you're going to say your name, and my favorite food is. His name is Brandon Spicer. His favorite food is. Her name is, are y'all ready?
Okay.
Oh!
Well, we gotta start from the beginning.
But the interesting thing is, how many of y'all excited? Brian, this is going to be okay. Are you ready? Are we ready?
Yes.
So,
Yes.
start.
Okay, my name is Brandon Spicer, and
You know what? I'm going to make it easier on you all. I'm going to just let you say your first name.
my name is Braden, and
Braden.
my favorite food is simple, it's pizza.
What type of pizza?
Just for,
Oh,
I'll
you
keep
said,
it simple.
Pizza.
Broad pizza.
okay, all right. No.
His name is Brayden, and he likes pizza. His favorite food is pizza.
Mm-hmm.
My name is Maria. My favorite food is soup.
Okay.
Okay. His name is Brayden. His favorite food is pizza. Her name is Maria. Her favorite food is soup. My name is Iris. My favorite food is sushi.
I'm Tiara.
Did she follow instructions?
Oh. His name is Braden. His favorite food is pizza. Maria. Her name is Maria. Her favorite food is soup. This is Iris, and her favorite food is sushi. I'm Tiara.
My name is.
My name is Tiara, and my favorite food is oatmeal.
My name is Vanessa.
I want y'all to get my aunt when you get them saying it correct. Are you ready?
Brandon Pizza.
Aunt.
His name is Brandon, and he likes, his favorite food is pizza. Her name is Maria. Her favorite food is soup. Her name is Iris. Her favorite food is sushi. Her name is Tiara. Her favorite food is oatmeal. My name is Vanessa. My favorite food is shrimp creole.
His name is Braden. His favorite food is pizza. Her name is Maria. Her favorite food is soup. Her name is Iris. Her favorite food is sushi. Her name is Tiara, and her favorite food is oatmeal. Your name is.
Her name is. Your name is. Try. Don't give up. We don't ever quit. We never give up. It starts with a V.
Vanessa. Okay, her name is Vanessa, and her favorite food is shrimp creole. My name is Jasmine, and my favorite food is chocolate.
Well, just go for it then.
His name is Brayden. His favorite food is pizza. Her name is Maria. Her favorite food is soup. Her name is Iris. Her favorite food is sushi. Her name is Tiara. Her favorite food is oatmeal. Her name is Vanessa. Her favorite food is shrimp creole. Her name is.
It's not slap.
Jasmine.
Yes.
Her favorite food is chocolate. My name is Renika. My favorite food is fajita meat.
Fajita meat.
Okay, we'll give it a shot. His name is Braden. His favorite food is pizza. Her name is Maria. Her favorite food is soup. Her name is Iris. Favorite food, sushi. Tiara. Favorite food, oatmeal. Vanessa.
Her name is?
Her name is Vanessa. Favorite food is shrimp Creole. Yeah.
Starts with a J. Starts with a J.
Jasmine.
Yes.
So her name is, your
Her
name is?
Jasmine. Favorite food is chocolate. Baby, I'm not gonna remember you, sweetheart. I'm sorry.
She's right next to you. Her name is starts with an R.
I know what your food is though. Oh, Renika.
Mhm.
Renika. Favorite food is chocolate.
Mm-hmm. No.
Fajita meat. My name is Starla. My favorite food, I had to think about which one is my favorite. This food doesn't like me. Ice cream.
And you know what? Let's give a big hand to your buddy that's been helping you cheat.
You know that's on video.
He has all the pressure on him. Are you ready?
Rest
I'll help you where I can.
by all means. His name is Brady. He likes pizza. This is Maria. She's a soup maker. This person's Iris. She likes sushi. Oh snap. Hang on.
They love cheating, but y'all are cheating.
We're teammates.
Yeah, we're here to support each other.
Favorite oatmeal.
Yes, sir.
Vanessa.
Yes.
You like shrimp Creole.
Her name is not Hell. It's not no Hell.
Well, I
No. Now somebody help you cheat.
Jasmine, and you like chocolate. And you like fajita meat. You like ice cream, didn't
Yes,
like
that's
you.
right.
But what's her name?
Darling?
Yeah, she helped you cheat.
It's okay, she don't.
Let's see if you can remember.
My name is Brian. My favorite food is ribs.
Give this up. So now, what I'd like for us to do, just state your name one more time, just going down the line, and your role within the company right now.
My name is Braden, and I am one of the doctors at Houston Eye Doctor.
I'm Maria, and I'm also one of the doctors at Houston Eye Doctor.
My name is Iris. I'm also one of the doctors.
In order.
I'm Tiara, patient care coordinator.
Vanessa Adelaide, building manager.
Jasmine, I'm a technician.
Renika, I'm in the building department.
Starla, I'm the marketing manager.
I'm Brian, I'm in mergers and acquisitions, I think.
Acquisitions and regional. Amen. Absolutely. Give yourselves a big hand. All right. So now, with that being said, what I'd like for us to do, I want us to be able to remember those that are here. And I'm Dr. Reed. I'm the CEO of the company that works right with Dr. Marty. My role is I run all of operations, make sure that our expenditures are on point, make sure that we're strategizing for our growth potential, I make sure that I am going to be overseeing all the other departments really, and that are managers, and we'll be talking more about that a little later on. I always believe in any organization, I look at from the person that's the janitor as being the top leader, as opposed to those that are really at the top. And our customers, which are our stakeholders, are our top leaders because they pay all of our salaries, right? So you're gonna notice that my style is a bit different. I'm more inspirational and motivational, but I always describe myself as fair, but I hold people accountable. Fair enough? And all I want are results at the end of the day. However, more importantly, I have a strong voice. Some people say I have a strong presence. It's never to make someone feel inferior in any way. However, I'm all about the business at the end of the day. Make sense? And how we can move towards our trajectory of getting other clinics open so that we all can be in the roles and accomplishing our own personal goals as well as our career goals. Fair enough? So with that being said, we're going to have a great time today. We're going to enjoy one another and expect what you see today out of me every single time that you see me, right? I always speak to every single person every single morning. Am I right, Fred? All right.
Yes, sir.
I always say treat people the way that you want to be treated, and it goes a long way. Don't ever mishandle people. Don't treat people any kind of way. Don't talk down to anyone. And then I think that we'll have a wonderful working environment. That comes from my mama, right? From growing up in New Orleans, saying that, you know what, it's nice to just be nice to people. You know, if you want to show yourself to be a friend, you have to show yourself to be friendly. Would you agree with that? And so therefore, all of us are adults. All of us are in our careers. And so there are no big I's and little U's in our company. Fair enough? So we look at everyone as a special commodity and a special individual that's helping us to succeed and to go on and matriculate in our goals and our aspirations. So you know what? Some of us made some huge sacrifices left companies to come to work here. So we're going to talk about all those things. I'm going to try to answer all the questions that you all have that are pertaining to the company today and where we are going, and more importantly, what are the expectations in your role, and also to talk about we're growing fast. And that's why we have at least 9 or 10 of you all that are in this room right now. Fair enough? So let's kind of turn our backs towards me and look at this wall here. And so we talked about what is important to you in a career. Someone say growth. I want to extrapolate a couple of words here. New career, security, opportunity, stability, trust, compassion, professionalism, and healthy atmosphere. Good. Fulfill potential, work-life balance, company growth, happiness, helping patients, gaining work innovation, and also communication. Is that?
Company movement.
Company movement. All right, so if I may, excuse me for 1 second, I want to just talk about, we're going to pull off a couple of words and talk about why is this important to whomever put this here. Let's talk about trust. Someone tell me, why is that important to you?
You
Yes.
can't get through the day without trusting everybody.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
To come in, take the patient, do the
Okay.
work without petition. Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. What about opportunity? Why is that important? Is that important to anyone here? Someone must have wrote, don't get scared now. You know, why is it important? And even if you did not write that word.
Opportunity gives you the chance to expand on things you may or may not already know.
Okay, all right, all right. How about company growth? Why is that important? Is that important to anyone? And if it's important to you, and even if you don't speak about it, just raise your hands and say that's important. Is that important to anyone here? All right, all right. So why? Someone tell me, why is this important?
The growth of the company kind of expands your role within the company.
Okay.
As the company is growing, your role might increase.
Okay.
And you just have to be ready to take it and deal with it.
Awesome. Anyone else want to talk about if that's important to you? Where the company's going, growth?
Growth helps you also reach out to more patients, help more people.
Okay.
Community.
Awesome, awesome. What about professionalism? What does that mean to someone? Is that important?
Very important.
So
It's how we treat our fellow coworkers.
Okay.
You know, and then how we project, how we show the company as being a professional environment.
Okay. What does professionalism look like to people? What does that look like?
Everybody on the same accord.
On the same accord. What else?
For the patient.
Doing your job.
Doing your job.
Doing your
Best
job
of your
consistently
ability.
to the best of your ability. What are some other things we think about professionalism?
Positive attitude.
Your job well.
Positive attitude. Doing your job well.
Clothing.
Clothing. Why is that important? You're tired.
You gotta look the role.
You have to look the role. So now, and trust me, I want to be, let me just kind of digress a little bit. I told those that asked me, you can dress very comfortable today if you're off and you're coming in. All right, just so you all know. I don't want you all to think that someone came underdressed being disrespectful. I said it was okay because we're trading today and some people are starting today. I just want to put that addendum there. So attire is important, right?
Yes.
And so I always say, look the part you want to be. Dress professionally every single day. Articulate yourself clearly so that there's never a lack of understanding from you to an individual or to you to another employee. Make sense? And also it has a lot to do with the way you treat people. Would you all agree? So no one likes to be treated, talked down to, or act like they're a taskmaster. You know, everyone likes to be treated with respect. And that's something that we're going to be talking about today as well. How about we do another work-life balance? Who's that important to? Everyone. Why is this important? Brian, talk to me. Why is this? Talk to us, Brian. Is that important to you at all?
Well, sure. I mean, at the end of the day, though, if you're not comfortable at home, it brings down your work efforts. Because
Yes.
you're dealing with stuff that, if you spend a little more time over there,
Yes, sir.
you have a tendency, it overflows. It goes both ways. That scale, if it's not balanced, will tip over on the other side.
Absolutely. Anyone else that's important to? Yes, Brandon.
Burnout for us.
Burnout.
If we go too hard for too long, we just don't do it anymore. And then that affects the entire clinic.
Makes sense, right? Absolutely. Anyone else on that? Tierra, you have
You
something?
gotta be prepared and ready.
Always being prepared and ready. How about we do one more? Security. Who's that important to? And I wonder if that means job security.
Yes.
Yes.
All right, so someone tell me, why is that important? What are your thoughts?
You can't go day to day being scared that you're not going to have a job the next day.
Okay.
Or unsure about work details, like where you're going to be.
So those things need to be answered, right? Wonderful. Anyone else, or everyone is on the same level that Maria's on that? All right, give yourselves a big hand for that. Good job. All right, the best boss and why. All right. Let's talk about integrity. Is this important to someone that your leaders have integrity?
Yes.
All right. Starla, tell us why is that important?
Because you want to trust what they're saying. You want to make sure that the work that you're doing is coming from somebody who's looking at your best interest and the best interest of the company.
And I always say character is what you possess when you're around people. Integrity is who you are when the doors are closed and no one can see what you're doing.
Exactly.
Makes sense, right? And so integrity is important in the work environment. What about empowerment? Is that important to anyone?
Yes.
That leaders have the ability to empower you to success. Tell me why that's important if someone wrote that word down. Yes.
Providing the good work, knowledge, work base, and the tools to get your job done.
Okay, all right. And how about versatile approach? Is that important?
Yes.
Knowing how to be versatile. Who wrote that and why is that important to you?
I did.
Yes, why is that important, Renika?
People come from all walks of life. You have to know how to interact with all different types of people.
Okay. I like this one too, a non-condescending personality. Sometimes some leaders have that, right?
Yes.
Is that important to not work for someone that is non-condescending? Yes. So I think all of us can say amen to that, right? So now, why is that important? Someone tell me, why is it important to work with leaders that do not make you feel like you're beneath them?
Respect.
You want to feel respected, right?
And you want to be comfortable at work. I mean, if you're being treated poorly or badly, then you may not be able to be that person that you know how to be at work.
Might not get the best performance out of an individual, right? Anything else up here that's important that we may be overlooking that we want to be able to say, I like this one and this is important to me because?
Well, you have to share the knowledge too and make the...
Knowledge of industry standards, right? Okay, were you saying something about Jasmine?
Being approachable.
Okay, what is that? Why is that important for your leader to be approachable? Get out of here, Jasmine. I don't want to talk now. Why is that important to you?
Because you have to be able to talk to your boss without being afraid of, their reaction or how they're going to speak to you.
Absolutely. That is wonderful, right? I truly agree. One time I was a supervisor at UPS, and I would notice that the head leaders would not speak to the employees that were working for them. And I left there as a supervisor for them because of that reason. Because I was like, man, it doesn't take but a second to say good morning, good afternoon, shake someone's hand, and they would treat them really badly there. And I said, I would never want to have that personality. And so sometimes certain leaders feel like, well, you know what? You have to run a tight ship by making sure that you keep a standoffish or unapproachable attitude. But guys, that's not the attitude that I take as a leader. Make sense? Yeah. And so I want us to know that in our organization, now my personality is different from Dr. Marty's. His personality is different from me. That's why he's the CEO. He's a visionary. He's on the move for the next opportunity so that we can continue to grow. My role is to touch the people and to talk to people, human resources and all of that stuff right there, right? So I always make myself available to all of our leadership team and those that are not leaders, just because sometimes people say, I want to talk. And I've already spoken to people that may not seem to be on the management level that say, Dr. Reed, can I just talk to you? And I say, come on in. And then also my style is this, because I have a voice that travels like thunder, I've been told, right? Sometimes what I do when I'm having private conversations with people, I say, if you don't mind, can we take a walk outside? Right? And I'll do that out of respect for your own confidentiality. By license, I am a licensed therapist. So I learned to not only be a speaker, but I also learned how to listen to people, right? Which is a skill that we have to have in business, great listening skills. So thank you for this. This is very, very helpful. Give yourselves a big hand. All right. So now we're going to train. Can we just do one more interactive and I get into the nuts and bolts of all this other stuff? No, because what I want to do is I'm going to make sure I touch upon some of these things as we go in our training to make sure that your questions are answered so that you can feel that you've had a successful morning with me. Is that fair? All right, make a circle, please. Yeah, you can go behind the table. If you like, yes, just make a real good circle. All right, spread out as far as you can. Yeah, Maria, come back a little bit. Braden, come back. All right, perfect. Now, y'all see I have something in my hand, a rectangle, a square little spongy thing. What I'm going to do is I'm going to look at someone, I'm going to throw them the ball. You're going to look at someone, you're going to throw them the ball. However, the object is, I don't want you to drop the ball. How many of you are going to drop the ball?
Probably.
Yeah. All right. Now, Jasmine already spoke there. Now, remember, how many of you all feel like you're not going to drop the ball? Raise your hands. Don't be scared. Raise your mind. You feel like you're not going to drop the ball with confidence. All right. All right. All right. So I want you to look at someone, throw them the ball. When I say stop, I'm going to give you the next instruction. Fair enough? Are we ready? And just throw someone the ball. Flip them the ball. Try not to drop the ball.
Oh.
Good job. And stop. It's amazing. Give yourselves a big hand. Nobody dropped the ball. No one dropped the ball. All right. Feeling pretty good about yourselves, huh? Now what I want you to do, we're not going to act like we're a pitcher from the Dodgers. Right? We're not going to the World Series. Just keep on tossing the ball. You don't have to really make eye contact if you choose to. If you don't. But be ready for whatever's going to come your way. Fair enough?
Yes.
What did I say?
Be ready.
Be ready, right? Are you ready? You may get started, Ms. Starling. Keep that ball going. Don't drop the ball.
That was hilarious. Oh my gosh.
And stop. Give yourselves a big hand. All right. Awesome. Now, guys, I got to ask you, the first round, what was that like?
Easy.
It was easy. Why was it easy?
Because you only had one focus.
You had one focus. What else?
It was just doing one thing at a time.
One thing at a time. And other ideologies.
Make eye contact.
You had eye contact, so you knew what was coming your way, right? All right. Then all of a sudden, we begin to speed it up in the first round. What was that like?
I got two things coming at one time.
Okay, not the second round.
Okay.
That's the third one. But still one ball. But we sped it up without really making eye contact. What was that like?
No expectations. Challenge.
Huh? What
Challenging.
Challenging. It's a little more challenging when things are coming at you a little quicker, right? And then all of a sudden, I threw in the second ball, and Brian did not see it coming, but you caught it, right? He caught it, but watch this. He barely caught it, but he caught it. He wasn't told that a second one was coming, but he had to prepare himself for it when it came to him. Oftentimes in our work environment, our environment is so fast-paced, and we don't know where the ball is coming from. We don't know what obstacles are going to come our way. Oftentimes at home, we have to juggle work-life balance. We have to juggle our spouses, our families, children, right? Our health sometimes, our finances, and sometimes things come when we don't even know what direction it's coming from. How about the third round? Now we threw 2 balls in, and then I do recall at one point you had got 2 at the same time. What was that like?
Challenging.
Challenging, right? And any other words when you saw 2 in there coming in?
Some choice words that we can't
Surprise.
It was what?
Surprise.
Surprise, right? So sometimes we get a lot of patients in our clinic. We scheduled 40, 50 appointments, and a lot of them show up, and we don't know, God, I got to juggle this stuff, right? I got to find a way to win. Do we ever feel that way? What was it like your first week? Did you feel that way at all?
Yeah. My second day I saw 51 patients.
51, give me a big hand. That's a lot. 51 patients, that is a lot.
My mind going to
I was
rest.
coming from about a clinic of 10.
Clinic of 10, he saw 51. That was the first or the second day you
That
said?
was my second day.
The second day he saw 51 patients, right?
So I had to
Thank you.
juggle.
You can turn it off. Good job. Thank you so much.